All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. I am your host for the evening. Let me just clear a few things off my screen and share my screen, and we will go ahead and get started here. All right, so if you can see the presentation slide in front, please put a 1. I just want to make sure we're good to go. Or put a 2, it doesn't matter, something. Okay, 1, that's fine. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so let me go ahead and view. Let's go to the presenter view. All right. All right, cool. So on behalf of the Lion's Den and the Forever Focus Group, my name is Nicholas Lau again. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I will be hosting this evening. So we have a little bit of an agenda for the evening. I'm going to do a little bit of introductions. I want to introduce you to myself, let you know who I am, and also the team leaders from both the Lion's Den and the Forever Focus Group. We're going to talk about the economic disruption around the world, and especially the impact to middle-class Americans. We are going to do an introduction, a brief introduction to the foreign exchange market, so you know exactly what this company is all about. Then we're going to talk about Epic University and how we're going to take you from a scholar, somebody that doesn't know anything about Forex, you're going to learn, and we're going to show you how you're going to escalate yourself all the way to a master, somebody that can sit at the computer and make money every single day. Okay, well, every single working day. So, and of course, we're going to talk about the opportunity to build generational wealth. You have 2 ways to do it here, which is cool because you're going to build a company, right? You're going to be able to build a company and potentially pass that on to your family, have the family help out. But more importantly than that, what we provide here that, you know, a lot of other companies don't provide is we're going to give you a skill set that you can use to make money. And as I was talking to Leonard, like I said, this is a skill set that even if you're somebody that's not like a massive recruiter or something, this is somebody that even if you join the company way later or you join way at the beginning, this is a skill that you can learn to make money regardless of what anybody else in the company is doing. Not a lot of companies out there can say that. So that's really, really cool. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a former software engineer who stumbled into the online business space in about 2014, and I took it very seriously. What happened at my old job was they went public. A lot of things changed. I went from like the happiest place on earth. Like I wanted to be there more than Disneyland. That's how cool of a job it was. And then after that, after they went public, everything changed. A lot of my friends got laid off. A lot of the people that were, came from overseas, they were on contracts. It was just a really depressing time. And I decided right then and there that, listen, I'm not going to be a casualty to this. I am not going to be somebody that they're going to fire in a few years because they can replace them with somebody younger or whatever. So right there, I started putting plan B in action and I started investing in myself. I went to motivational events. I went to business conferences. I had my plan B in place. 7 months later, I had started what we call email traffic and email marketing. And 7 months from that point, I was one of the top 10 email providers in the world, email traffic providers. I've been able to help countless new and experienced marketers build their email list and make money online. So 7 months from starting that purpose to say that I'm going to, have a plan B, I was only setting up a plan B. But 7 months later, I walked into my boss's office and said, I'm not happy here anymore. I appreciate the opportunity. I have a chance to do something else with my life. And if I don't take this chance now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. So I'm giving you my 2-week notice. She said, Nick, I totally understand. I wish you well. You can go ahead and leave today. I'll have your 2-week check in the mail. And I was like, okay. So I just left. I didn't even look back at the building. I just kept walking to my car because I didn't want to have any second thoughts. Drove home, never been back to that building again. Haven't even seen it. Don't want to see it again. So anyways, later on, a couple of years later, after starting the email business, I said, you know what? I want to do something different. I started e-commerce. Me and my buddy, we were able to take a Shopify store, and in 2018, we scaled it to $2.7 million. And then I said, okay, now I've done 2 different industries. So I said, let me try a third one. So I went into high ticket sales. Those are, products that you can sell for thousands of dollars. I didn't get any fulfillment out of that because the thing was, it's like, I want to do something that the masses can enjoy. And not everybody has $2,000 for a product and stuff. So even though I did well at it, it wasn't something that really appealed to me. But with everything that I did, the one thing that I realized that I didn't have in my life was residual income. Everything I was doing, I was trading time for dollars, right? And I thought that, well, real estate, right? Real estate will be my passive income. One day I'll have rental properties and then maybe I'll be able to get an apartment complex. None of that stuff ever happened. I'm not saying it's not going to happen in the future, but I realized how much work real estate takes and how, much of a cutthroat business it is and everything. And I was like, yeah, maybe one day, but not now. So, when I looked at all of the influential speakers, the business peoples, the Tony Robbins, the Gary Vee's, the Les Browns, what do they all say? Robert Kiyosaki, he's like, listen, if you want to make a dent in this world, but you don't have the money to make a dent, get into network marketing. It's the one place where you can take a small sum of money and make a lot of money with just hard work and dedication. I was like, okay, well, let me give that a try. So in the last 20 years, I've done different network marketing businesses, but for some reason or another, it wasn't the right product. It wasn't the right leadership. Things just didn't work out. And in a previous company that I was in, I was actually doing really, really well there. For the first time, I was doing really well. The company didn't support me the way I wanted to. And that's how I actually met Ali. He was going through the same issues that I was. And long story short, when I get into it, I'll tell you exactly how that road came to be and how we crossed paths. But the point I was trying to make is that I didn't have any sort of residual income. I said, I don't want to keep trading time for money, because that's like, how much longer can I do this? That's like, I just turned 40 this year. And it's like, even though life is good, it's not where I wanted it to be. But I'm going to show you how this business has started the process of getting me to where I want to go and how it can do the same for you. So now let me talk about the leadership of these two groups, okay? So first, let me talk about the Lion's Den, because that's how I got introduced to this. So the Lion's Den is a company that is run by Mr. Ali Saleh on the far left and Mr. Thomas Carver on the far right. I assume that's how it looks to you as well. All right, so these are the gentlemen that I met that, explained to me that they were having the same problems in another company and stuff, and said, listen, this is what we're doing. And you seem like somebody that we can really do business with. And I just hit it off with them right from the start. I just knew that there's something pulling me towards these guys. And even though I was only in that other company, me and my business partner, we were only in that other company for a month, okay? And within that month, we had built a team of 500. So Mr. Saleh and Mr. Carver, they got me on a call with a gentleman I'll introduce you to when I have his slide. And basically, the story was, listen, if you guys can build a team of 500 in a month with a company that isn't supporting you like they should, imagine what you could do with support. And that's pretty much all I needed to hear. And recently, I have been introduced to Mr. Leonard Charles at the top of the screen in the center. And his partner is JJ Uribe. And I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet, but I hope that happens here relatively soon. And in the short conversations I've had with Leonard, it's like, oh, wow, we have very similar paths. We have things that we've tried in the past. So it's like, it's just a beautiful relationship with all of us. So anyways, enough about all of that. I know you guys want to learn about this business. So we're about to dig into that right now. First of all, let me set the foundation. There has been a lot of economic disasters in the history of the world, in the history of this company. We go, or the country, we go into the Great Depression, 1929 to 1939. Things were so bad back then that we hit 25% unemployment, okay? Several years or several decades later, we had the OPEC oil price shock in 1973. We had 6% inflation in this country. Now, this one I remember very good, the Great Recession of 2007, because it personally affected my family. That's how we ended up leaving California and moving here to Texas. If you remember, it was just chaos. It was just foreclosures all over the world and or all over the country. It got so bad that the banks couldn't even handle the foreclosures. That's how the private market actually got into, what we call short sales and, buying notes and all this stuff, because the banks were so overwhelmed that they said, we actually need the people. For a long time, the banks were here and the people were there. 2007 and 8 happened and it kind of went like this, hey, people, we need your help now. It's like, oh, now you need our help. But, it worked out great because I have a lot of friends that are really prospering in that industry. Like I said, real estate is a long-term goal for me. This is the vehicle that will get us there. So now, where are we right now? We're in the coronavirus pandemic. Nobody ever saw this coming, okay? 16% unemployment, which is unheard of, because if you just go back last year, unemployment was like, what, 4%? Okay, so one virus in this country brought, well, actually, I should say the world. This virus spread across the world, And what it did was it brought the most powerful country in the world, the United States, it brought us to our knees in literally 3 weeks. In March, everything changed. I remember it was Friday, March 13th, when I really realized that, oh, this is an issue, okay? Now, we have 38 million people living in poverty. I have friends that were six-figure earners back in March, but they would not live their life like an investor or a business person. They wouldn't invest their money. They had no plan B. They made good money, but they spent a lot of money. The pandemic hit. A few weeks later, they lost their jobs, and literally they're on unemployment now. It blew my mind that it's like, oh my gosh. And I don't blame them for it, because not everybody, I wasn't even there. You go back a few years ago, I was in that same situation they're in. I didn't have a plan B. I was kind of forced into a plan B. But when life is good, you don't look for a plan B, right? You just enjoy life to the fullest. Now they're in this situation where it's like, listen, guys, I know you guys are struggling. I have something for you. So you just have to have an open mind and an open heart. And it's hard for people to do that right now. When so much is wrong, it's hard for people to open themselves up to new possibilities, because they're still in shock right now. Okay, they're still not understanding how all this happened, how last year, things were so good and they had the nice car and they can go out every Friday night and they can party and go vacation, and all of a sudden they're stuck in their house within their four walls. They finally know who their wife is, right? Now the divorce rate is going up because people are actually spending time with each other in the house. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were like this. And I mean, even my mom says in church, it's like, you wouldn't believe how many people are getting divorced. I'm like, really, in church? It's like, yeah, I guess so. So the divorce rate is going to go up because too much people are spending time with each other when they should be at work and enjoying life and going on vacations, okay? We have 140 million people with unmet needs, okay? We have something for some of those people. I can't say we have something for everybody, because you have to look for the right person, okay? So now this brings us to what is Forex. Now, Forex, it stands for foreign exchange. It's the act of buying and selling currencies. It's used daily by banks, central banks, institutional investors, and individuals around the world. It's a portable skill that will benefit you for life, okay? The largest financial market in the world is the Forex market. $6 trillion per day trade in the Forex market, 6 trillion, okay? And 77% of that $6 trillion is the big banks. So just think about it. You have $6 trillion moving around the world every day. 77% of that is the big banks, right? But wait, so that means we only represent 23%. But in that 23%, you know how many people are making a full-time income, full-time living? How many people have become millionaires because of Forex? So just think about it. We're only 23% of that. So that's what, $1.3 trillion. That's still a lot of money. And we're just asking for a little bit of that. We're just asking for a little bit of that, and a little bit of $1.38 trillion can change your life forever. It can change your family's life forever. It can change your friend's life forever. And this company is going to make it happen. Okay. The cool thing about the Forex market, it's open 24 hours a day. 5 days a week, okay? So the markets close when the New York markets close Friday evening. The markets open when the Tokyo markets open Sunday evening, which is Monday morning for them. Aside from that, it's 24 hours. So it depends. If you're somebody that works graveyard, you can find a time to trade. If you're somebody that works in the day, you can find a time to trade. There's 3 major sessions that we trade on. The first is the New York session, and that is 7 o'clock Eastern in the morning. Then there's the Tokyo session, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then the most popular session is the London session, which is 2 a.m. Eastern. But you'd be surprised. When we're on this London session, there's like between 500 or 700 of us on this call, because I don't know. I mean, I thought I was the only night owl. And then I was introduced to Forex. I was like, oh, I have brothers and sisters everywhere. This is great. So who are we? Now, Epic is a global company that provides the environment for people of all backgrounds to learn the lifelong skill of Forex trading while also pursuing their financial dreams and goals, okay? Anybody that has some desire, anybody that can be educated and coached can do Forex. There is no bar of entry. There's no, you don't need to be a lawyer. You don't need to be a brain surgeon. You don't have to have any sort of specialized degree. What you do need is a little bit of heart and desire and an internet connection, 4G, 5G phone, whatever. You just have to have the basics, and you can get this going. Plus, you have to have time to actually study and learn, be a student of the game. You have to understand that Forex trading is actually something that is taught in colleges. Harvard teaches Forex trading. Do you know how much it costs to go to Harvard? I think it's like $40,000 a semester. you know, people go there for Harvard Law, Harvard Business and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, I wouldn't go there for Forex trading. It's like, I can get that at Epic University for a fraction of the cost, right? And seriously, the people that we have here, the coaches that we have in place, these six-figure coaches that we have, they're amazing. Okay, so think about this. If you want to be a Forex trader, do you want to learn from a professor in college that gets paid a salary? Or do you want to learn from a Forex trader that actually makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, right? You want to learn from people that are at where you want to be, correct? Okay. The team here at Epic, the leadership team, has more than 100 years combined experience in the business and network marketing industries, okay? We have industry-leading Forex traders. I just got introduced to this lady this week. I was on her trading session. She is an 8-figure trader. I didn't even know that existed, an 8-figure trader. Blew my mind. And it's a 100% debt-free company. So here is our leadership. I will start with Mr. David McCovey. He is the founder and CEO of this company. He is one of the most prolific people and recruiters in this industry. He has been in 3 other companies, and he has hit not 6 figures per year, he's hit 6 figures per month in all of those companies. He is now trying to do it for a 4th time. This is his 2nd company that he owns. He's going to be one of the first people that I know of that owns 2 companies simultaneously. He has a travel company, and now he has a Forex company. What's really cool about David McCovey is that he is not a leader that just sits in a chair as a CEO and passes down orders. He actually rocks with us, okay? He's out there actually building a team. He's actually recruiting. The other night on a corporate webinar, this gentleman was giving the webinar, and at the end of the webinar, he's like, we'll stay for a few more minutes because I have a special guest. Mr. McCovey showed up on the webinar out of nowhere, and he really pumped everybody up. It was awesome. When I'm posting things on Facebook, Mr. McCovey's clicking like and love on them. So, I mean, this is a very well-connected leader. This is the exact type of leader you want to be with. Then you have Spencer Iverson. I've known Spencer Iverson for several years, not personally, but I've been in other businesses with him. And I know exactly what he brings to the table. This is a man that is an attorney. He's a sports agent. He's built businesses from scratch. He's the exact type of person you want to be the president of your company. He has off the charts business acumen, and he's just an awesome person. Mark Sterling, another great person, the vice president of sales. He's been in this industry for a long time. I've known of him as well. One thing that he said on a call that we had a couple of weeks ago, he said, listen, this company is different. I understand we're in the network marketing industry, but we are not a network marketing company that's selling a Forex product, okay? We are a Forex educational institute that happens to have a network marketing component. That is a huge deal. We are product first. Why? Because this product, you could actually use the product, you can learn to trade, and you can make money doing that on its own, irregardless of recruiting. If you recruit people and you build a team, that's icing on the cake. But if you just wanted to pay for the trading academy and you trade every day, every week, you can make more than enough money with that. That is why we are product first, and the network marketing component is just like a really great referral program. It's like icing on the cake. Now you have Mr. David Lisiaga, the Vice President of Business Development. This is the gentleman that I had a talk with along with Mr. Saleh and Carver. And we basically said that, listen, what is your guys' vision? And we told him our vision. It aligned with his vision. And he's the one that said that, listen, if you guys can build that in the other company with no leadership, imagine what you can do with this leadership. And that's all I needed to do. That's all I needed to hear. Mr. Jonathan Green, the Global Master Ambassador. This guy is a computer engineer. He's brilliant. He's built teams from scratch. He's the exact person you want in that role to be able to lead this company in all areas from leadership to technology. He's amazing. And Coach Max. Coach Max is amazing. She's a 6-figure trader. She heads all the curriculum for this company. She trains all the other coaches, and she just brings so much to the table. I've had people that just joined this week. They've attended one of her training sessions, and she just blows everybody away. They just can't stop talking, Coach Max, Coach Max. It's like I hear it every day, so I know she's absolutely phenomenal, and she's getting a lot of traction from all the new people that are joining the company. So what kind of services do we have? Well, we have those live sessions that I talked about, Tokyo, London, and New York. Those are 3 sessions a day. 3 of our coaches will teach those sessions, either Coach Max or one of the other coaches on the team. And we have daily signals, or as we call them, trade alerts. Now, what are those? That's when the company says that, hey, we have a trade that we're setting up on. So they're just going to blast that message out to us. And we look at the message on our phone. And it doesn't matter where we're at. As long as we have an internet connection, we go into our trading app. We put the trade in, and it's just passive. And, it seems like what I've seen lately, it seems like 90% of the time these trades are winning. So just think about it. This is the one situation where you can actually earn while you learn. So even if you don't know exactly what's going on, as long as you got your trading account set up, you got your broker set up, and you know how to put in those trade signals, you can make money while you're actually learning how to trade. So it's a beautiful thing. I don't know of any other company that provides this type of leadership and this type of results right off the bat. Epic University is where you're actually going to learn how to trade. There's where you're going to have your videos, your ebooks, your sessions to actually learn the art of trading. Because, literally, if you just said that, hey, listen, I'm totally fine just getting these trade alerts and making passive money, great. But then there's other people that are like, well, no, you know what? I actually want to learn this. I want to learn this skill. I want to be able to teach other people. I want to pass it down to my kids. That's where Epic University comes in if you actually want to become a full-time trader. We have a 2-week syllabus to get you up and rolling. We have market forecasts that'll help you understand what's happening in the market so you can prepare. Maybe some days there's a big announcement and you're like, hey, that big announcement could really change the market. So I'm going to go ahead and take a day off today because I don't want to get caught up in any bad trades. Market forecasts are actually very important. And we have a fun interactive trading communities and much, much more. In the trading communities, you can kind of pick the brains of other traders. You can ask questions, and people that actually trade on a more full-time basis, they can help you out and answer. 90% of this company is going to be people that have never traded before. They probably don't even know what Forex trading is. That's why we have this company. So I don't want you to feel like, well, I don't know anything about trading. I don't know if I should do this. Well, that's why we have Epic University. It's made for people that don't know anything. That's where you're going to learn something and then, determine if you're actually good at it or not. But just think, for that small price, you can find out if this is good for you. Can you imagine going to Harvard and paying $40,000 and then telling your mom and dad, yeah, you know what? It's not working out for me. I don't want to do this. And your dad's like, okay, but I just paid $40,000. I'm really sorry about that. But over here, it's a very small investment to get a very high return. So this is what everybody loves to see, the compensation plan. Show me the money, right? So in this compensation plan for this company, which is really awesome, for the life of the company, as long as you're in this company, you only need to have 3 active personally sponsored people, okay? Now, the way it's set up is you have 3 legs. There's you have leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. You wanna have 1 personally sponsored person in each leg, okay? If you can do that, then you open up the entire matrix. And as long as those people stay active, you can get paid. Obviously, as time goes on, you wanna be smart about it and maybe add a 4th, 5th, and 6th personal just to back up things. But, as far as the compensation plan goes, 3 personals, okay? Now, when you do that, the company says, hey, thank you for bringing 3 people into this company. We're going to temporarily waive your monthly fee, okay? And the monthly fee is $99 for the Educational Institute, okay? But I'm going to show you how you can get started a little bit cheaper than that in just a second. But it's only $99, and that gets waived. Once you bring 3 people in, the company says, thank you, we appreciate it, and you don't have to pay the $99 temporarily, okay? Now, once you're at that point, you want to get to the next point. You want to get to the next point where you want to have to put $500. You want to get to the Founder 500 level. And now the Founder 500 level is where you will earn $500 a month. How do you get there? You need to put 4 people in your first leg, 4 people in your second leg, 2 people in your third leg. If you can do that, if you can have that scenario, and this is the cool thing, you don't actually have to put all of those people yourself. You can actually, put those, your teammates can help you get those people. Once you get them, you'll make $500 a month. But this is the cool thing. The company says that, listen, people don't like getting paid monthly. People like getting paid weekly. So instead of $500 a month, they're going to pay you $125 a week. From there, you just go to the next part, okay? Now, once your team is building, because think about it, if you're building and your team sees that you're earning $500 a month, obviously they're gonna wanna earn $500 a month. So once your team starts duplicating the process and doing the same thing, you just kind of keep going up the ranks, okay? So at the next level, Founder 1000, you need 12, 12, and 6. Now you're making $1,000 a month or $250 a week. And it just kind of keeps going up. As you can see, the duplication process is at work here. So where we stand right now, Mr. Ali Saleh and Thomas Carver, in this pre-launch period, which only started September 1st, they've already amassed a team of 6,000 people, okay? 6,000 people, it's absolutely amazing. So, I mean, they're getting close to, you know, they're probably somewhere around here. You know, you have to balance out your legs, but I have no doubt about it that Ali and Thomas, in the very near future, they're going to be earning $100,000 a month when they get to this icon level. Okay. But I want to talk about the ambassador level. I mean, yes, $100,000 a month is a beautiful thing, but the ambassador level is actually that first level where the company really starts giving you those perks and rewards. Okay. So when you get to the ambassador 10, which is $10,000 a month, the company says, well, you know what? You deserve a free vacation. So they're going to give you a free vacation. You get to ambassador 20, they're like, well, you know what? We're going to throw in your flight too. You get to ambassador 50, they're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and make it a first class flight. On top of that, they have some other perks as well. They have jewelry. I've seen like these Jordan rings. I've seen Rolexes. You know, it's just, they want it to be more about money. Epic is actually about a lifestyle. It's not just about business, which is really, really cool. All right. So anyways, like I said, the one thing about this compensation plan that's absolutely different than anything I've ever seen, in other companies I've been in, when somebody gets to the top level, they'll open up another level. They'll create another level to keep that person going. Because of the growth in Epic, they're already going to start with an Epic position, which is at the bottom. It requires having 75,000 people under you, but that's going to pay $1 million a month. I've never been in a company that had $1 million a month on the table right from the start, okay? And it's because we know the growth. For this pre-launch, our idea was, let's see if we can get 40,000 people in September. Well, we're only at September 11th. I think we're getting close to 40,000. We're already past 30,000, right? So we already know that there's going to be people that are going to hit this epic mark, and they're going to hit it relatively quick. And you're going to be able to say that I got in at the ground floor of a business, and in this business, we already have somebody earning $1 million a month. It's going to be phenomenal. All right, so disclaimer time. So this is really important too. Epic cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with our program, information, tools, or strategies. Long story short is we don't know what your work ethic is going to be, okay? We don't know how hard you're going to work. We don't know how bad you want this. But what we know is if you follow the system, especially with the Lion's Den and the Forever Focus Group, if you follow these systems that we have in place for our specific teams, you're going to win. It's just a matter of being consistent, okay? So we don't know how much you're gonna win, but this is the thing, is that even if you never made residual income, because you're like, I'm just not a recruiter, but I do love trading, and I'm so glad I joined this company because now I can make money daily. So think about it. In life, we have bills that are daily, right? We have expenses that are daily. Doesn't it make sense that we get paid daily too, right? Put a 1 in the chat box if you wanna get paid daily, because that's what I want to do. I want to get paid daily. And that's what I love about Forex trading, okay? Now, so you have that Forex trading, which is your daily component, and then you have your residual income, which is your weekly or monthly component, however you want to look at it. So you have 2 income streams within one company, which is cool because in other companies, you kind of have to push products, right? You have to sell the potions, the lotions, the vitamin, the skincare, the coffee. You got to sell all that in order to make the money work. Over here, it's like, no. It's like, listen, if you guys are struggling recruiting, go trade. You know why? Because when you get results trading, you can take those trading results, you can put it on your Facebook stories, you can put it on your Instagram, your Snapchat, whatever else there is, your TikTok. I don't know. There's so many different places. Put your results over there, and people are going to be like, hey, what is this trading thing that you're doing? And then you'll be good. So anyways, let me move on. No writing on the screen, people. Let me just clear all drawings. There we go. All right, cool. So here is the launch schedule. September 1st is when we launched. Our goal was to put 40,000 people in to lock their spots at $19.99. So the $19.99 simply locks your spot, okay? We're gonna actually launch on October 1st. On October 1st is when everybody will pay their $99 for the Epic University for the education. But in the meantime, you could attend the trade sessions, you could start to make money, you can learn about the different leaders in the group. We're allowing people to take part in the company for only $19.99. The commissions and everything, that starts when the company actually launches in October 1st. In the meantime, we're doing 4 Zooms a day. the corporate. They're doing 4 Zooms a day, not including like what we're doing now. This is something special we do within the Lions Den and the Forever Focus group. Corporate actually does 4 webinars a day, which is cool. I've never been a part of a company where the corporate takes care of the webinars, which is awesome. 3 of those webinars in English, 1 is in Spanish. Plug people in. Those are every single day. Let the company do all the selling and the telling for you. All you need to do is get eyeballs in there. Let the company do the heavy lifting. And if everything goes as planned for our team, there's an ambassador retreat. Remember that ambassador level I talked about, that they're going to take care of your plane or your, your hotel, the retreat, first class. That's if you can make it to that ambassador level. So if you can make it to that ambassador level by, I believe it is October 11th, then you'll qualify for that ambassador retreat. It might be in Mexico, it might be in Miami. It just kind of depends on COVID and the whole travel situation. So, but that's really cool because that gives us something to aim for. But this is the thing: while you're in pre-launch, you can start building your team. So you lock your spot in at $19.99. You go get your friends to come in. They lock your spot. You're building a team. So October 1st rolls around. Everybody pays their $99. If you already have a team built and you're at the founder 500 level, that next pay period, you're going to get $125. Okay. If you're at founder 1000, you're going to get $250, and so on and so forth. They'll go right up. If you're an ambassador, I think if you're an ambassador 10, you're going to get $1,250 that next week. So this is cool because it's going to allow you to get some momentum right into the launch. All right, let's see, where is my mouse? I don't know what happened here. Hang on. For some reason, my computer is stuck. Let me see here. I don't know what happened. My computer got stuck. I can't even see the chat box anymore. Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, Ali, are you still on? Don't know if anybody's still on. I don't even know if you guys have been listening to me.
We're still on. We're still on. We can still hear you. And we can see.
That's weird because my computer just absolutely froze. I mean, that was pretty much the end of the presentation anyways, but I think there was one more slide. All right, well, I don't know. So there's not much I can do there, unfortunately, because the computer has locked. However, if anybody has any questions, I can do a quick Q&A because I can still hear you. But do you guys still see the launch schedule on the screen? You can go ahead.
Yeah, we still see it. We still see it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I've never had this happen. Well, MacBook is in trouble for this one. But anyways, okay, so that is pretty much the end of the presentation. Like I said, it's $19.99 to lock in your spot. So this is what I want you to do at this point. What I want you to do is go back to the person that invited you to this webinar and let them know what you thought of it, and let them know if you have an intent to join. This is what I would say. $19.99 is not a lot of money. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of other things we spend $20 on without thinking twice. We'll go out for ice cream with a couple of friends, spend $20. We go to the bar, have a couple of drinks, $20. Even if you determined later that this is not the right business for you, it makes sense to position yourself. You can lock in your spot at $20, and let's say that people start promoting, right? Maybe your upline is bringing in so many people, a few people fall in under you. It's happened. It's happening on my team. Okay. I mean, every day I sign somebody up and I have to place them under somebody, right? Because remember, it's only 3 legs. After your 3 legs are full, people have to go somewhere. So I have people that are 7, 8, 9, 10 levels down, and they're getting people under them. And it's like, well, how did this happen? I had to place them somewhere, right? And I see that you're passionate about this. I see that you're promoting, you're in the webinars, you're in the Facebook groups, you're being attentive, you're motivating other team members. I look for those things on my team. I want to lead by example. So anyways, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this webinar. So I hopefully you guys liked it. I'm hoping everything went good until that last part where my computer froze, but I'm glad I'm still able to talk to you, that you guys are able to hear from me. So anyways, you all have a great evening. My name is Nicholas Lau. I'm from Dallas, Texas. You can look me up on Facebook. I'm in the Lions Den. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I will talk to you all soon, all right? You all have a good evening. Thank you.